start recording, and this whole stream is going to be recorded. Because honestly, it might make a 40-minute stream up to a 1 hour long stream. Because I got work at 4 o'clock, so I don't have much time to do this. I don't have time to just spend time doing stupid. I'm not just gonna talk Pokemon GA shit. Look, hear me out, chat. I know everyone's gonna be sugarcoating, and they're gonna be. I know everyone's gonna do this. I know everyone's gonna do this. I have an idea of what's going to happen. I have an idea. I have an idea of what's gonna happen. Okay, I know what's gonna happen. I know what's gonna happen, and people are going so hard to try to push it. Do what they're gonna do. I know what's gonna happen. I know it. I know what's gonna happen. I know where this is gonna go, and no, I am not apologetic. Eat my shorts and suck my dock. I am not. You know what? You know what, guys? Do you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do it. We're gonna talk about it. Legends EA, baby. We're gonna you're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about Legends EA because no one else. I know the big YouTubers are going to. They're gonna be so pissed at me for talking shit about Legends EA. But do you know what? I don't care anymore. For the love of Christ, do not care for the damn slightest. I don't. I genuinely don't anymore. You know what time it is? It's time for me to straight up just say it out loud. I'm going to say it out loud. And I do not care how much it's going to hurt. I don't care how negative this is going to sound. Someone has to say it. Someone has to say it. Legends EA is not worth $60. I'm gonna draw while I'm talking about this, and you all can comment all you want. If you have any questions, just type them in chat. Seriously, I played Legends EA on my friend's Switch one for an hour. An hour. I played it for a freaking hour. I'm gonna draw a new Pokemon, by the way. I'm gonna grab a random Pokemon and make a cool regional of it. I've been playing. I played it on my friend's Switch because I was interested. Like, I don't want to spend. I don't want to spend $60 on a game I don't like. You know that? I don't. There is a reason I don't want to do that. And it's because I reasonably don't want to just buy a game just to go, ha ha, look at me, I bought a game. I don't want to do that. I want to be that one guy who goes, maybe this isn't a good idea. So I'll go through it and I'll be like, okay, maybe I'll test out the game. Once. I'll play it once, and I don't want to I know you can't refund Pokemon games because Nintendo needs their money. I know. This is where my problem comes in. You ready? I'm sorry, Nintendo, your game, Legends EA, it doesn't look good. Like, this is coming from a guy who draws Fakemons and evolutions. and like animatronics and stuff. And I know that doesn't relate to just like all kinds of stuff. It's like not related. Yeah, I know. But it's like as an artist, the best way that I like to talk about video games is when a video game evolves its art style. Like, I don't know if that's just me talking or if that's just me just rambling on. As an artist, I love when video games switch up their art style to make it unique, you know? Like I love when games go from like, oh, we went from pixelated to 8-bit to 8-bit style to 64-bit to semi 3D to now 3D. And I love that. And then you go to the modern day of Pokemon and it just feels lazy. Like I don't know if I'm going nuts here. I don't know if I'm going nuts here or if it's just me having a conniption thinking about this. I'm gonna say it. I think game graphics. I know people will always say like, "Oh, it doesn't matter how ugly the game looks. It just matters how the game plays." No, that's no. Don't think like that. Like here's a good example. Digimon. Okay, I'm gonna say it. Digimon, the new game that came out like a month ago, looks 10 times better and plays 10 times better than the freaking Pokemon. I'm sorry, Digimon is like 1/4. Is not even 1/4 of Pokemon's goddamn revenue. And somehow that game looks and feels better. I'm sorry, one sec. I'm gonna say it. Okay? Okay, I know I sound like a heretic and a hater and a dear God, I sound like someone who hates everything. But I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I am. I am. I literally am. I'm gonna be serious here, dudes. Game Freak, you have a problem. It's like you're suing I know I sound like a hater. Give us these blocky ass. I know I sound like a damn hater. But can you blame me? I've been a Pokemon fan for the last who knows how long. Okay? I've been a fan of Pokemon for the last almost my entire life. I've always been a Pokemon fan. I've loved the way the games turned out. I love the way they ended up. It's not like I don't hate on the game for no reason. I've been playing since the beginning of the game series, dudes. I've been playing since the games came out. And it's just one of those, like, damn, what happened to my boy? Why did it go from this super cool, like, simple graphics to a no joke asshat looking game? I feel like the freaking ZA could fit on a single polygon. I wish I was joking. It looks like the game shares a polygon and a half. How the hell do you run the world's most popular game franchise? That's not a joke. Pokemon is up there with Winnie the Pooh and Hello Kitty in popularity. And tell me how in the ever-loving, I am not going to curse. Okay, I'm not gonna curse. I need to get this shit off my mind, dude. I'm gonna say that once. I'm gonna need to get this off my chest because of how much bullcrap this is. How are you, one of the most popular, most innovative, most no joke, impossibly famous brands in the world, and you cannot for the life of you just straight up, you guessed it, you can't for the life of you make a decent Pokemon game. I don't know how this, I don't know, maybe I'm just having a stroke. Maybe my boomer ass 25-year-old brain is not understanding something. You Pokemon fans cannot defend this. You can't say this is the best game ever. Are you having a conniption, a midlife crisis? Is there something wrong with your brain? To a point where every single time you go around and see Pokemon game, super cool. My brother in Christ, this game is rather look at AI slop. I could ask ChatGPT to make a game for Pokemon. And how much do you bet it can make a better Legend ZA? How much do you bet? Seriously, I am not asking out of kindness. I am asking out of like genuine concern. How much do you bet Legend ZA would look better if AI made it? I hate the fact I have to say it that way. I hate that to say that AI will make a better version of Pokemon. But am I wrong? You're paying $70. 70 for the Nintendo Switch 2 version, which I refuse to buy a Nintendo Switch 2 because, hell no, I refuse to do that because I'm not giving Nintendo a single dollar of my money anymore. And at the same time, how in the ever-living shit, tell me this right now, how in the ever-loving God is this just the future where they do the bare minimum and then they get freaking praise? Is there like something wrong with me? Is there like a reason? I don't understand. I don't know. Maybe it's just my boomer ass brain not understanding this. But I just don't get it. I don't. I genuinely freaking don't, dude. It's like, how in the ever-loving God, how in Arceus do you go from, haha, look at this fun game, to, goddamn, this thing looks like it shares a polygon and shares a brain cell? Okay, here's what I've gotten from my 1 hour of gameplay. My friend was beating the game. My friend beat the game. I watched a bunch of gameplay videos of it. For one, the gameplay is standard at best. There is nothing new to it, and at short, it runs like dog water. For one, Nintendo Switch 1 is having crash issues, and Nintendo Switch 2 is just straight up like it changes the floor tile texture. That's it. It doesn't change anything else. It just changes the it just changes the floor texture, and that's about it. I'm sorry, why? Is there something I'm missing? Is there extra details I'm missing? I genuinely have no idea. Also, don't get me started on like, oh, but it's a new gen, it's a new design style, and it's shut up. Shut up. You're paying $70. 80 you are spending 60 to 70 bucks on a game that doesn't even have 3D windows or 3D like I get why the game runs so good because it's using low poly graphics. And yes, that can be good sometimes. Nintendo, $70 game for Nintendo Switch 2. I'm using the $70 because it has a better price point. How in the ever living shit is this game, this single fucking game, a single game that runs like it shares a polygon? How is this your magnum opus? You literally called this like a magnum opus. I'm sorry, the trailers for the game look absolutely better than the game itself. Like, genuinely, I am being serious here. How do the graphics in Legends Arceus look? I guess you could say the argument that, oh, but it has a better graphical style than Legends Arceus. Slightly. Yeah, good job. Can you make the game, I don't know, run better? Or anything other than, I don't know, man. Like, for one, it's one of those things where I don't know if it's just me having a midlife crisis. Either it's me having a midlife crisis or it's me having a problem with graphics. I'm sorry, we're in 2025. We have games like Skyrim, games like Palworld, games like I have no idea. You have games that can run so freaking well. And then you just have Legends ZA that just look 10 years out of date. I'm so sorry for anyone that paid freaking 60 to 70 bucks. And I feel even worse for the people who bought the DLC. Because you got ripped off. And I feel so bad for you. You got ripped off hard, dude. Like, I wish I was kidding you. I wish I was fucking with you. You got ripped off, man. You got ripped off hard. Like, no joke. You got ripped off to a point where you basically just spent, I don't know how much money you just spent. I don't know, man. You just spent $60 on a mid-game. And you shouldn't spend $60 on a mid-game. Okay? Like, seriously, if you're going to make a Legends game, make it actually a legend. Like, maybe make it like 3,000. I'm sorry. Do you want to know a better idea for Legend ZA, a better version? Put it in the beginning era of Legend ZA. You know? Like, okay, here's a good example of what I mean. Put the game back 3,000 years ago. Back when, I don't know, back when the Great Curse happened, back when ZA was, I don't know, cursed, back when that happened, I don't know. Do like what Legends Arceus did and give it an actual decent story. Give it a reason to have this. Don't just say, oh, it takes place in a city. Make it make sense. You know, I'm gonna ask ChatGPT right freaking now. Okay? I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. Let me do this real quick, okay? Like, don't get me wrong. I believe that there is so much potential. There is so much chance. I'm getting worked up. I'm getting absolutely worked up, dude. I'm getting worked up. 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 I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I need to burn my stress. I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna burn my fucking anger out. So let me understand this. I don't care if I spoil the game. I genuinely don't give a shit. Don't buy this game. So the game is a boring ass game where you have to level up from trainer level Z to trainer level A to and you guessed it, figure out the mystery. And instead of having like some cool like what if scenarios, you have uh your side missions, your side quests, right? You might be saying, oh, where are the side quests then? Oh, the side quests are fucking stupid. Like, where are the side quests? If I remember what the side quests were, they were um show someone a Pokemon. No, I am not fucking with you. That is one of the side quests. If you want to, you should do a side quest. It's show someone a Pokemon, or if I remember correctly, what the other ones were. I honestly don't give a shit. Honestly, I'm sick of this bullshit, dude. Show someone a Pokemon, or um show a trainer a Pokemon, or no joke, show a trainer a Pokemon, catch this Pokemon, or locate a package and give it to them. And the side mission, like, don't get me wrong, I think the story is pretty okay. The story is okay at best, mediocrely freaking boring at damn worst, dude. Like, is that not an issue? Do you Pokemon fans like mediocrity? I'm not being mean upon asking that question. I'm being genuinely serious. Do you Pokemon fans love mediocrity to a point where you would rather pay however much money you can spend on a mediocre game? Is that like, are we in that era of gaming where people just don't care about how mediocre a game is? Like, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, okay? If you told me this game was like $40, right? If you told me this game was like $40 and it was a decent gameplay, it had good challenges and like so on, then yeah, absolutely. I would abso-freaking-lutely would be like, yeah, cool. It looks freaking decent for a $40 game, and I don't mind that. $60. You're paying you're paying $60 for this? Really? Okay, I'm gonna say something people disagree with. I paid $60 for Hogwarts Legacy. And you know what? I think Hogwarts Legacy was worth the $60. The gameplay felt fun. The design of the game felt clean. I genuinely enjoyed the story. And I am not a fan of those kinds of games like Hogwarts Legacy. I am not a fan of those kinds of games. And you know what I can say? I think the game was great. I think Hogwarts Legacy was a masterpiece of gameplay. And I don't in half the game I was insulting the British. Because coming from a guy who was mid game, just insulting the British just because I could. And somehow, some way, that game had more gameplay aesthetics and gameplay enjoyment than Legends EA for the 1 hour I played it. I'm sorry. Are we just going to the point where mediocrity is just the way we're going in life? Are we going in the way of life where we're just gonna say, oh, this looks horrible, but at least it's a Pokemon game? I'm sorry. I will have to say it like this. Sega does a better way with their fans than freaking Pokemon. I wish I was yanking your leg. I am not yanking your leg in the slightest. I am not yanking your leg to sound mean. Sonic is a okay, you know what? If we're gonna talk about Pokemon, we're talking about Nintendo. I was going to buy a Nintendo Switch 2 to play Mario Kart World. I freaking was. Yes, I was going to that low levels where I was going to buy a Nintendo Switch 2 for 500 something bucks. So I can play freaking you guessed it, I was going to, and I didn't. I saw the reviews, I saw the gameplay, and I was like, this isn't worth. This is not worth it. I said that. I'm sorry, I have been played many racing games. I have played multiple racing games in my life. Mario Kart World might have an open world experience. It does. It might have an open world experience. It might have an active interchangeable world. You can get costumes from, no joke, collecting food. I have no problems with that amount of creativity. I love that creativity. If it wasn't dog shit. And then they started updating it and nerfing a ton of the stuff that made the game unique. And Nintendo, I am not buying a Nintendo Switch 2. And then I heard about them, no joke, blocking people from playing their Nintendo Switch because they used the wrong dock, or they did it incorrectly, or I don't know if this is just me speaking, but that ain't right by any means. That ain't right at all. Jesus Christ, if I want to play a game and I think it looks like dog shit, I'm gonna mod the shit out of that game until it looks to my level of experience. If I had the chance to I would mod Legend ZA and retexture the city or remap the NPCs for a higher difficulty, or at the very freaking least give the game something to bite on. But no, because if I do, I could get my Nintendo Switch or my Nintendo Switch 2 freaking unusable and make it a $500 paperweight. Do I need to make myself clear that this is absolute bullshit? This is, and I am going to lose my mind over it. Like, don't get me wrong, I have always been a Pokemon fan, but it's harder and harder every day to enjoy the franchise, man. It genuinely is. Like, here's my problem with it. I have a hard time enjoying the franchise. I have a hard time um like enjoying the franchise. Not because I don't hate the franchise, it's because I want to enjoy the creativity. Like each game, you had Ultra Beasts, you had Z moves, you had Sun and Moon, which had you had Mega Pokemon, you had Ultra Beasts, you had Mega Evolution, you had Gigantamax, you had Dynamax, and you know what? I think those games were decent. Like, in return, I enjoyed the creativity. Were they good? I think X and Y was the last good game because X and Y gave you Mega Evolution, and that was the biggest step up in the Pokemon games. You basically could level your Pokemon up one evolution higher for a limited time, and I generally enjoyed that. And then each gimmick just felt like it was more and more creative. And then you had Paradox Pokemon, which were cool. And then you had like each region, each game had its own gimmick. And then we made it back to square one, where now, and then Legends Arceus was about time travel and shit. And you know what? I like that. And don't get me wrong, I think all the games have their own positives, their own negatives. There is no, like, I'm not going to be all negative. I will play the OG Legends Arceus. I will play Legends Arceus on stream if you all want me to. I have my emulator chip. I have my little funny, wherever the hell it is. Let me look for it because I know I have this shit somewhere. Where did it go? I have the chip that you plug in with your TV cable, and then that chip allows you to stream onto Twitch and YouTube. And I will gladly play Legends Arceus a year later. I will gladly do that, fair if you guys want me to. But here's the problem: ZA is something I'm not going to play. In fact, I will not be playing ZA in the slightest. I think each gimmick is cool. Also, Legend ZA removed a ton of items. You cannot craft Pokemon items. You can't craft Pokeballs or potions or stuff. You can't do that no more. Nope, they removed it. You have to buy it now. You want to have Pokemon that can climb buildings or glide around the map? Oh no, I'm sorry, that got removed too. But you can climb scaffolding and jump across roofs and go to wild zones. And then you can also battle trainers at night to level up your rank. Oh boy, that sounds fun. It's not in the slightest. I'm being genuinely serious here. As a Pokemon fan who started off playing hand-me-down versions of red, green, and blue, up to Omega Ruby and Omega Sapphire, to Black and White, to I played every game except Sword and Shield, which I genuinely probably will play eventually. I probably will. But I don't feel like I want to give Pokemon Nintendo my money. Because at this point, if I just give them my money, that will just incentivize them to make more slop, to make more trash, to make more garbage games. I'm sorry. This is a Legends game. This is Legends ZA. If it was a Legends game, I'd imagine the game would take place in the past. You know, back when ZA was younger and you could learn the history of the why he is immortal. Not in the city where you're doing mediocre tasks and told that loan sharks are good because they help the world. And no, that is a real plot point in the game. You have to owe money to loan sharks, which was I think Team Rust, the Rust Syndicate, in which you are then told that they are the good guys. Yes, I am not fucking with you. You are told one of the good guy teams in the game is the Rust Syndicate, a loan shark group that will do everything to get their money. As the person who owns money who's working for a hotel to get money for an advertising, it gets $100,000 in Poké Dollars, but you have to pay $1 million but you get 10 but they're paying 50% interest, and you get to pay $1 million Poké Dollars back, including in interest $1 million Poké Dollars. And these are the good guys. I don't think I need to explain how horrible loan sharks are. If you don't know what a loan shark is, it's a person or a group that will loan you money but will give you triple to 4 times the amount and will do anything to get that money back, even if that means hurting someone you love or blackmail. I don't think I need to explain that to you. Those people aren't good people, and Nintendo made it look like they're good people. What is this? What generation of gaming are we playing? We are playing the bad future of gaming. I remember when games were fun and they had these mechanics that worked. Now everything is just holy shit, dude. Like, holy shit, do I really need to explain how loan sharks are bad people and how owing money is bad? Is that something I need to teach children now? It's not. It is generally not. At this point in time, I will not be playing ZA. The story isn't good. The story is just no, 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 no. I don't think I need to explain anything about what I'm doing. I don't need to explain why this game is bad. Because if I do, it just makes the point that Nintendo doesn't give a shit. I wanted to rant on this for a while because I'm getting sick of it. I want to enjoy a good Pokemon game, dude. I want to enjoy a decent fucking Pokemon game. Is it not so hard to just say, maybe this game isn't for me, or maybe the game isn't that good? I don't know, man. There is a gimmick that I like to call scam. This is just slop. In every definition of Pokemon, it's slop. And I don't like it. I don't believe that I am living in the best generation. I hear Pokemon fans telling me, oh, we're living in the best generation of Pokemon, though they're making more games. Make less! Nintendo, have your games look half-baked and shit. Do me a favor, and please, for the love of Christ, make less games and make your games better. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm the guy who just enjoys things for the fuck of it, dude. I'm the guy who just says, screw it. I will gladly play a game if it looks fun. CA doesn't look fun at all to me. It doesn't look or feel fun. It looks like something that was made to try to appease people. And even so, it just looks like shit. It looks genuinely bad, dude. Like, is that bad to say that a game just looks bad? Like, I know people are get mad at me for saying, well, the game itself is just gonna get updates. No, it ain't. Nintendo ain't gonna update shit. They're going to say they're gonna do some minor tweaks to the game, and then they're just gonna make it look slightly better. Is there no lower limit? Is there no fucking like bar? I'm sorry, Nintendo fans. Do you not have a bar of like crossing the line? I don't think you do. I genuinely think you're brain dead. Like, if you want to play the game and you want to just play the game to see what it's like, I'm not stopping you. But just know, each time you do this, you incentivize Nintendo to make more and more slop. I'm sorry, Nintendo had Pokemon Sleep, which was for. I don't get me wrong. I think Pokemon Sleep is a decent game. It's a good. It tells people to get some sleep. I'm fine with that. Don't get me wrong. And then they made that little puzzle game that you can get a bunch of free puzzles, and then you have to pay shit just to get more free. The app is free on the phone, but you gotta pay the deluxe, but you gotta pay the standard device payment for the freaking Switch version? I'm gonna make a joke here and ask, do none of you have phones? I don't know how to feel about this. We are living in the bad future. If this was Sonic, we're living in the bad future where Eggman wins. If we're playing in the bad future, we're playing in the future where in Pokemon Legends, we're playing in the future where you guessed it. We're playing in the future where gaming just is not fun. We had flop after flop after flop of video games, and no one learns their lesson. They always just make more shit. They always make more trash. They always make more garbage. I will say this from the bottom of my heart, out of every game I would incentivize someone to play for $60, play Hogwarts Legacy, play Power World, play indie games. At this point, any big genre game is just shit. You are paying for actual garbage. And I'ma say it like it is. I don't sugarcoat my opinions. Because God knows if I did, I would be nothing more than a Nintendo YouTuber. And I get it. Nintendo YouTubers want to stick out. No. I refuse. I refuse to cave. I Like I'm gonna do this so in stream. I'm still going to make an Ask ChatGPT to do a Legend ZA thing. I am 100%. I'm not shitting you. I will gladly do that shit, dude. It's doing something for me at the moment for like testing it out, but I genuinely hate the future we're in. Nintendo, when I grew up, had fun games, cool concepts in Mario. And now you have, like, don't get me wrong, they do right. When things are right, they do right. But when things are wrong, they fuck up to a point where I don't think it's even acceptable to call that a game. Okay, here's a good example. Legends. I'll say it. Legends Arceus was great because it was open world. You felt like you were exploring. You could craft things. You could explore the world. You could explore your sceneries. You could see Pokemon. You had regional variants of Pokemon that you didn't have before. And you know what? I like that. I genuinely like that. And then you have Legend ZA. Legend ZA adds nothing. No new evolutions. It adds only a few new Mega Evolutions. And a DLC that gives you Mega Pikachu, gives you Mega Raichu. And a few others. Oh, and don't get me started on the Kalos starters, because now you have to go in PvP rank just to get the Kalos starters in their Mega Stones. And if you don't do that, oh, I'm sorry, you just won't get it. Make shit make sense. Okay? Make that shit make goddamn sense. You want me to no joke, fucking challenge myself in the freaking PvP league? Hell no. Dude, I don't have time for that. You think I have time to do all that and also continue my life? No. I am not in the goddamn universe going to just say, okay, Nintendo, here's my money. Now give me mid-game so I can have fun. Thank you, Daddy Nintendo, for the slop. I'm not doing that shit. I genuinely am not doing that. I don't know. I give up. I give up. I genuinely give up. I had hope. I liked I genuinely enjoyed Scarlet and Violet. I did. I thought they had better intention. I thought, for the love of God, they could make a good Legends game. And I was wrong. I was fucking wrong. They just made shit. Like every other game, they just make more shit. They just make more shit over and over and over, and every fucking time you think, oh, the next game will be better. Did you get Diamond and Pearl remake? We didn't need Diamond and Pearl remake. We wanted a good game. Oh, you want another Pokemon game? Poketopia. What is that? Oh, it's Animal Crossing, but fucking Pokemon. You want a game where you can play mini games and make Pokemon out of yarn? Don't worry, you just gotta pay monthly specifically for that. Oh, you want the starters that didn't have Mega Evolutions to get Mega Evolutions? Oh, guess what, buddy? You know where that shit's gonna go? Go pay for online so you can battle online. You wanna you want to actually play the DLC? You want to play you gotta go online too. You gotta pay for the online for DLC and that shit. And the DLC is $30 for a $60 game that looks like a PS2 graphics. I'm genuinely upset. So much, man. Nintendo, you don't care about your Pokemon fans. You don't care about the fan base. You don't care about fan projects. You do not care about the people who play your games, care and attention. You don't care. You only care about the money. And when you don't make enough money, you then crank up the price like someone trying to crank up the pizza in their oven, the microwave oven pizza in their oven because they want to eat faster. Nintendo. This is fucking garbage. This game is fucking garbage to the point where I feel like I don't need to explain how garbage it is. It's just shit. You are giving me shit on a plate and telling me have fun. How the fuck do you have a city and the planters and windows are two-dimensional PNGs? Answer me that. Please, for... I don't know. I genuinely have no idea. Nintendo worked so hard. They work so good. And they fuck it up every time. They just fucking do. And I'm done. Nintendo or Game Freak or whoever is making Pokemon. I'd rather go back to playing Scarlet and Violet. I'd rather buy Violet and play through that whole fucking game again than play your fucking shit game. I'd rather play Violet. I'd rather play Gen 9 again instead of playing your shit game. And I'm not lying either. I 100% would. If you want to see me play Violet and get all the shit like the fucking guy I want, go for it. I don't care. I genuinely don't anymore. I feel like I'm losing my mind because there's so much potential and yet you refuse to use it. You refuse to use potential, and you only use money brackets as your way of understanding how the game works. I'm asking ChatGPT that question right now. Hi, ChatGPT. I want you to make a better Legends ZA. Better Pokemon Legends ZA that takes place 3,000 years in the past, where you in the past with a cool final boss and cool gimmicks, as well as new Mega Evolutions, and what else? Fun quests that don't feel repetitive, but actually fun, as well as cool regional forms of Pokemon from Pokemon X and Y, but with a past twist. Can you do that for me? And in the story, it talks about why the guy named ZA and the Immortal Floette are immortal based on facts from the Pokemon canon games. All right, let's do it. ChatGPT has to cook up for me, because I think it's time you know what? It's time we get ChatGPT. Let's see what ChatGPT cooks up, boys. Let's go see. Oh, Legend ZA. Okay, setting. Okay. Perfect, friend. I love that you're going with this to build Legend as a fully fleshed out concept. I'll break the sections down and structure the gameplay ideas with the lore and mechanics. Legend. This game takes place 3,000 years in the past, during the war that shaped Kalos, Kalos' history, and gave rise to ultimate weapon. This region is known as Ancient Kalos, as a geographic and raw and unsettled. The forests are stretched further, mountains are taller, human settlements are smaller, built around forted castles and stone towns. The main city is Lumiose Keep, the Proto Lumiose, a fortress where scientists, alchemists, and kings struggle with the mortality of immortality and weapons of mass destruction. Okay, yeah, I like that. Okay, that sounds like a fun gimmick. Let's see what else it says. You play as a young Evoy, chosen by the king to unite the clans of Kalos against the Endless War. Amongst it, you encounter ZA, not yet cursed immortality, but a kind-hearted giant searching for peace. His Floette is your guide and ally throughout the story. The climax reveals the construction of the ultimate weapon and the fallout that causes ZA and Floette's immortality. The story explores mortality, grief, war, echoing themes of Epic and Y, but way darker and more personal. Okay, yeah, that's cool. I like that. The weapon relic system. Instead of riding Pokemon, you wield relic tools, early Pokemon that don't exist yet. These allow you to summon Pokemon bound to you through ancient contracts. These relic moves like crumbling walls, lightning, fire, altars, or commanding a Pokemon army as in the scripted scenario war. Yeah, that works. Mega Ancient. Mega Pokemon already existed, but are dangerous. relic powers require mega stones carved in talismans, ancient keystones scattered across the region. When triggered, your Pokemon Dundas Mega Ball transforms into a primordial mega form, more savage and primal than their modern designs. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it works. Bosses. Instead of having only noble Pokemon to face, you have warrior clan warlords of ancient Pokemon armies, mythical mega Pokemon, and Mega Tyrantrum with armor plating, Mega Aegislash, and Mega Aegislash as a massive war banner. The ultimate weapon itself becomes a boss encounter and emerges and as its energy warps Pokemon into hostile crystalline forms. Regional forms. Ancient Talonflame, a fire steel like a wears molten armor with Mega Ancient Goodra, Dragon Rock type, a muddy hardened form that was used to be in a fortress as guardians. Okay, so yeah, it's cool. I like that. Ancient Aegislash. Rather than a king's sword, its corrupted war idol is feeding on bloodshed. Ancient Sylveon, a warlike protector spirit. Its ribbons resemble armor straps. Ancient Gogoat, a hardy mountain transport Pokemon. Ancient Noivern, a wingless Noivern-like ancestor that used ground move tunnels. A dragon ground type. See? Nintendo, take fucking action! Mega Tyrantrum, a dragon steel type crowned with obsidian armor, king of the beasts. Mega Aegislash becomes a giant ancestral war banner wielding power. Mega Dragale, its flails like toxic war banner dripping with acid. Mega Magmar, a hypnotic warlord weapon used and covered in its whole body. Mega Florges, okay, a radiant queen form rumored to be the Floette's future. Clan quest. Instead of repeating fetch quests, you forge alliances by battling and solving disputes in Influx history. Okay. Artifacts hunt. Explore ruins to recover shards of the ultimate weapon, which are tied down to side bosses. Immortal legends. Unravel why Zia and Floette are tied to eternal life through visions and granted relics. Pokemon Warfronts. Large-scale scripted battles where you and allied trainers command Pokemon and allies. Yeah, that seems freaking cool, dude! After uniting Kalos, you fail to stop the king from firing the ultimate weapon. The final battle is against the Crystal Beast, a monstrous Pokemon fused from thousands of war casualties. A primal form of Eternatus. Yeah, baby! Better than fighting the goddamn Eiffel Tower, dude! Fuck yeah! That's how you do it! That's how you do it, man! Connected to later games, Floette sacrifices itself to shield Z8, but the weapon's power curses both to live forever, setting the tragedy in motion. Post-game, explore runes across to enter prototypes of legendary Pokemon, Proto Articunos and Proto Evoltal, etc. So yeah, you get to see all of them. Nice. Unlocking each ability to make evolve each partner permanently in a certain dungeons. Battle over warlords to legendary challenges. Okay. What about Zygarde? Yeah, but he didn't talk about fucking Zygarde, dude. Dude, how is ChatGPT making a better Legend ZA than fucking Pokemon Company itself, dude? This is horrible. We are living in the wrong future. Zygarde's role. Okay. Zygarde's... Oh, god damn it. Zygarde's role in Legend ZA. 300 years ago, when Kalos was dragged by Ultimate Weapon, it drew on the life force of Pokemon. Zygarde awoke from within it deep in the earth. It wasn't a legendary Pokemon yet to be the guardian of deity of the land. People feared it because whenever it appeared, it judged, wiping out entire clans that abused Pokemon. Zygarde's cells and cores are more visible in ancient times, spreading like glowing green spores across forests, caves, and rivers. Zygarde Cell Quest. Unlike Sun and Moon, where collecting cells are tied to it, unlike collecting or tied to fire, you gather them not just by exploring but by resolving conflicts. Each cell you collect restores the land, turning the war-torn battlefields into meadows and fields. The more cells you collect, the more powerful Zygarde becomes. Early form there. When Zygarde only glimpses 10%, the wolf/serpent form attacking enemies. When 50% form, the serpent, it will when the ultimate weapon fight near completion, near endgame, the fire weapons you summon and battle against Zygarde's 100% form, which emerges stable to you summon or battle against the complete 100% form. Twist. This game, Zygarde can be given a new primal core state, a glowing crystal state that infuses the ultimate weapon's energy. It is an evil that becomes unstable, forcing the player to defeat it and purify it with ZA's Floette. Connection to ZA and Floette. Floette becomes your guide, and ultimate weapon Zygarde fires. Zygarde curses humanity. ZA is made immortal, so he may witness the cost of his people's ambitions. Floette shares the curse, absorbed some of Zygarde's judgment, aura shielding him. It ties ZA directly to the fate of Kalos instead of a random immortality. Battle concept. Arena, a crater of the ultimate weapon, glowing rune crystal. The boss Zygarde, complete form, towering like lions, living lava veins, roars. Mechanic, you can only weaken him by using the tied to balance. Dragon, Psychic. ZA and Floette join you in battle for the final push. After the fight, Zygarde retreats into the earth, vowing to sleep until the balance is broken again, which connects to X and Y. In short, Zygarde is a true final judge in ZA, connecting to embodiment and so on. Thank you, ChatGPT. You actually made a better gameplay name than. Okay. I think I'm going to end the stream here because I'm done with my rant. Hopefully you enjoyed that little rant. I had a great time talking. At this point, Legend ZA will not buy it. ChatGPT made one way better. Please, Pokemon, take fucking notes. And I will be talking to you next time. Bye, guys.